All right, so we're live. Hopefully, it's a little bit of a lag here, so I'm just gonna wait till I catch up with the chat here. So while we're waiting here, some of you are wondering. Why, John? Why is this? Let's take off our shirts and talk about why would you do a live stream and take off your shirt? And I just have to tell you, if you're wondering that, you just don't get it. You probably came here from the email list. You're probably not a YouTuber. That's okay. I still love you. It's okay. But, there's a lot of theories as to why does John do live streams without his shirt. Some people say because it's like he likes to show off. Some people say, well, because that's just John's natural habitat is without his shirt on. And, there's a lot of speculation around that. I don't think tonight I'm going to put to rest, Let me just say that, that it might be a combination of factors. But whatever has caused, this thing that has become the live stream, the let's take our shirts off and talk about, I think it's here to stay. I think it is, honestly. Yeah, if I'm going to do live streams. So, that's just how it is. It's just how it is. So, all right. With that said, let's just keep the pants on. I agree with 93. Look at me now. By the way, how are you all doing? What's going on? I see a lot of familiar faces in here. Ben from Teslanomics. This belongs to you now, he says. Ben knows that I think he's interviewed me with my shirt off and put it on his channel, and he got a lot of flack for that. So, it's just a thing. Like, if you know me, I'm pretty much going to take my shirt off. That's just what's going to happen. So, and other people will take their shirts off around me too, so I can't help it. Let's see. Eugene Sky says, "You're giving a fuck right now, John. What happened?" No, I'm not giving a fuck, Eugene. I'm just being a good host. So let's see, what do we got here? All right. Aurelian, all right, man. Good to see you. And Carmelo 12341. All right. So before we get into the questions here, because this is going to be an Ask Me Anything. Let me see here. People are mad. What is this? People are mad because they're not comfortable enough to take their shit off. I think that's a typo, but I like that. Take your shit off. Seriously, you got to take your shit off. All right. But before we get into it, and hey, I got to say, okay, McKinley, nice to see you, man. And he says, John, I took your advice and got my first software developer job and my blog and from my blog and projects. I'll give you a clap for that. That's pretty awesome. I love that. That's awesome. So, okay. So let's talk about the structure of this unstructured thing. So the original plan, the reason why I did this live stream, a lot of times I do these live streams just spontaneously, right? I'm just like, you know what? I just finished my workout. Let's fucking take off my shirt and let's do a live stream on YouTube because that'll be a lot of fun. All right. And usually that happens on Thursday nights, okay? After my kickboxing, Muay Thai. Now, what I planned, this one I actually sent an email out, okay? And the reason why was because my audiobook for my book, The Complete Software Developer's Career Guide, which can also be used as a weapon because it's 800 pages. Look at that. Look at this. I can actually use it to check this out. It's actually heavy enough to get some real good, some shoulder action going on there. Look at that. That's a heavy book. So, anyway, this was supposed to come out, okay? The audio version of this book, which I got to tell you, the audio version of the Complete Software Developer's Life Manual is a lot lighter. I can actually carry about 2,000 copies of the audio version on my iPhone and still put a bunch of stuff on there. So, it's actually a lot lighter. So, it's supposed to come out today, actually this week, and I was supposed to do this live stream to promote it. We're going to have a big party. Pat Flynn likes to do that. I thought, I like to do what Pat Flynn does, so I thought we'd have a party. But here's the thing. So, running a business is hard, right? So I submitted the audio version to Amazon on, what was it, like sometime last week, and they sent me a nice email that said, oh, great, I'm happy that you created the audio book, and we will review it, and we'll get back to you in like 14 business days. So I was like, I emailed them. I was like, that's cool, but you realize I got to launch this book like next week. So can you just expedite this? The book initially appeared number 5 on the Wall Street Journal bestseller list, right? I'm trying to brag and think I'm a hot shot. And they're basically like, they sent me back a message that said, it basically said this. It basically said, I know you think you're fucking special, but you're not fucking special. If you'd like to reply back to say how special you are, we will reconsider it, but right now we don't consider you very special. So you'll just have to wait in line. So there you go. But you got to try. So with that said, the thing is with this is like when you're running a business and for those of you that haven't done this yet, you'll figure out you got to roll with the punches. You know what I mean? You got to roll with the punches. So the fucking shit's going to happen. So what did we do? We said, you know what? Okay, fine. We'll just keep the live stream and I'll tell you about it. I will tell you that the audio version of the book should be out next week. So go on Amazon, bookmark the page, right? And go, it'll be out there on Audible. And it's got a bunch of extra stuff in there. I took a huge amount of extra content and put it in there, right? So there's a bunch of bonus stuff. So even if you have the print or Kindle version, I think you'll find some value in the extra content in the audio version. It's like it's over 20 hours. So it's you get what you pay for. It'll definitely be a lot of me talking, right? So or reading you a book. So anyway, it'll be out probably next week. So and when it does, obviously I'll send some emails. So make sure you're on the list. Subscribe to the channel. I'll promote it on the YouTube channel as well. But it was definitely a big undertaking to get it done. So we're not going to celebrate the book launch. Because it didn't launch. Oh, so what? But when life gives you lemons, what do? You make lemonade. So I do have something special for you guys. I'm going to get into Ask Me Anything questions, and I will answer the question, do you take steroids? No. I don't know how many times I have to fucking answer this question. Manny, tell them I don't take steroids. Manny watches me work out. Okay, so he's not in the bathroom watching to see if I stick a needle in my ass, but I don't. I don't. So, I don't know. What can I tell you? I am coming out with a workout program and diet program that is exactly what I'm doing. So, if you want to duplicate it, you can do it. And, Manny from 2000 Books is here, and he can attest that my workouts are fucking hard. They are what they are. We were just lifting today together. So, but that brings me to my point here. So, I am going to get to some Ask Me Anything questions, okay? But before I do, I want to tell you what we do with life's curveballs. Okay, so what we decided to do was instead of pitching the book, the audio version of the book, which I know some of you are waiting for, and I promise you next week it will come out as long as Audible approves it. I don't see why they wouldn't. Okay. But instead, what we did was I teamed up with my buddy Manny. I basically put him in a headlock, and I was like, dude, your book reviews are fucking good. I need you to give me a deal. And he's like, no, just sell it. I'm like, nah, that doesn't work this way. This is simple. Like, if I'm going to promote something to my list, it's going to be a fucking deal. So what we did was he slashed the price. So you can get, right now, it's only good for like tonight and tomorrow. So you're going to want to do this fast if you want to do this. And this is a really good deal. You can go, if you go to the link, I'll drop the link in here that you want to use here. Okay, and that's the link. There's a delay in the video, so you've already seen the link. How's that? It's also in the card. So if you're like YouTube, if you watch my channel, you need to get used to looking up here, over here, and clicking that I. That I, if you click that, you can not only get the complete software developer's career guide if you want, but you can get the deal. The deal is only good for the next, 24 hours or so, a little bit over 24 hours. So you want to get this. It's like, what is the price? It's like $29 for, what is it? What is the thing? So it is a 2x your productivity book reviews. So not book reviews, book summaries that Manny has put together. He's the expert at this. He reads a book a day. I don't know if you saw the interview I did with him, but he's a fucking genius, and he consolidates and synthesizes all this information. Like I synthesize on this channel for you guys. I read like 50 to 75 books a year. What's this page not exist? Hold on. I'm clicking it. It does not exist. Oh, this is like I feel like this is a bad rerun of last time. Let me just double check this and see what happened here. So this should work. I'll give you another link if that one doesn't work. Man, this is how you you screw this. I want to make sure that I give you the right link so that I can see. Okay, I don't know. For some reason, the short link didn't work. Maybe because it's like a chain of short links. But here you go. Here's this. And the link's not in the cards. It is in the cards. There's a card. Hold on. Card title. Card. Associated website. Oh, it's not showing up. All right. Let's try this one more time. Add card. Okay. Link. Someday I'm going to learn how to sell shit on YouTube Live. Someday. URL's not recognized. Oh. See, it's not letting me put the thing in the card because it's not a short link. And, of course, the short link's not working. Okay. Well, the one in the chat. Use the link in the chat. That will work for you. So, did that not work when I? Oh, it's not even showing. It's saying edit and try again. It's not even letting me put it in the chat. Oh my, this is like. Maybe put it in the description. How about that? That's a good idea. How about if I put it in the description? Basic info. Here we go. Let's take that out. Let's put it in the description. Can you guys see it if it's in the description? Is it working now? When I made the short link, it was working. Okay, so it is in the description. And it doesn't make sense. Like this, here, there's another link. So you guys can see that in the description, right? Just want to double check here. Okay, all right, so that works. Okay, so here's the deal. Let me get back to this real quick. So what is this? It's 2X productivity. It's basically like 50 books, productivity books, like the best productivity books that Manny summarized here and put together. These are books, like I've read probably half of these books. Like I said, I read like 50 to 75 books a year. A lot of you aren't going to be able to do that. I understand, right? That's why a lot of you listen to my book reviews, but I do reviews. I don't do a summary. So I'm giving you, like, when I'm doing a review of the book, I'm trying to give you information to let you know whether or not you should read the book and what I thought of the book and what I gathered from the book. It's not very technical. It's not very detailed. When Manny does a summary, what he's doing is he's giving you essentially the cliff notes of the book and all of the important information from the book, like in a structured format, so you can actually get the goods without having to read the book. Now, I'm not a big person on shortcuts. I believe you should fucking have to work for it, but I am a realist, and I understand that not everyone, reads like 50 to 75 books a year. So if you want the kind of knowledge that Manny and I get from books, from reading this many books per year, and he reads more than me, this is a good way to do that and get, like, and then you can take some of these books. Like, so there's 50 productivity books here. Like I said, some of the best ones, I've read many of these books, most of these books, everything from Getting Things Done, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, right? Essentialism, Eat That Frog, that's a fucking good book. Deep Work, really good book. The One Thing, really good book. I actually interviewed Jay Papasan on the channel. The 10X Rule, one of my favorite books of all time by Grant Cardone. I could go on and on. 4-Hour Work Week, right? Smart Cuts by Shane Snow. 80-20 Principle by Richard Koch. All of these books are like really, really good books. So what you can do is you get this, you go through the book summaries, and then you can basically decide if there's certain books that you really, really like, then you can go and buy those books, and you can read those books. Right, so there you go. So anyway, this is like a really stellar deal. I wouldn't be pitching this just because, just to pitch something, it's only $30, right? So at $30, like the price of 2 of these books is $30. So it's pretty much an unbeatable deal. And plus, Manny offers a full unconditional money back guarantee, like 180 days. So you'll definitely, like, I don't know what his refund rate is, but I think it's less than 1%. So I wouldn't tell you about this if I didn't believe in this. And like I said, you guys know me. I'm such a fucking book junkie. So this is really, really appealing to me. So I would check it out, right? And trust me, like, you will not be disappointed. So yeah, Manny says it's less than 1%. So, and he's here. He'll answer any question for you in the chat, by the way. But yeah, it's going on now. That's why I wanted to tell you about it now. And you've only got like a little bit more than 24 hours. So take up on the deal. If you have trouble getting the deal, it should be in the description below. I understand that I'm an idiot and I don't know how to put a fucking link into a chat. So, okay, there you go. But don't let that prevent you from getting the deal, okay? So click there, go ahead and do it, and trust me, you're not going to be sorry. This is like the best $30 that you're going to spend this month, this year. All right, next year you might spend a better $30. All right, that's all I got for that pitch. I'll probably mention this one more time before the end here. So, with that said, I did say that you can ask me anything. And those of you that came from the email list and are still here because you're not fucking scared. I mean, some of you were like, you clicked it from the email and you're like, oh, there's a naked guy in there. Honey, come here. This guy is naked. Is this a simple programmer, dude? And then you just basically turned it off, okay? Or your child blocked, like, just didn't even allow it. But for those of you that are brave that are still here, this is an Ask Me Anything. So I will tell you, ask me anything. Let's open it up. Let's open up the questions. Let me see what you got. All right. Will this be saved on YouTube for a later watch? That's an easy question. Yes, it will. YouTube does that. It's beautiful. All right. What else we got? What's the diet, bro? Hold on. Ray says I came for the nudes though. Hold on. No, sorry, I can't do that. Maybe maybe I'll do a different deal for you, a package deal. All right, literally a package deal. All right, so let me see. Okay, so multiple questions on what my diet is. Okay, I'll answer the what is my diet as good as I can. Okay. So here's the deal with my diet, all right? And I'll give you it. I'm actually gonna put together a diet and workout program, but I will fucking give it to you for free right now because I don't give a shit, because you'll buy it anyway because it'll be worth it, right? So I don't believe in hiding data and in hiding secrets. So here's exactly what my diet is, all right, right now, okay? It is, I fast until 5 o'clock every day, okay? So it's a water fast. For those of you that are wondering, I'll drink coffee, okay, and I'll drink water, okay. So yes, I know that's not a dry fast, but it's a no calorie. The point is no calorie, okay. And then what I do is Monday, Wednesday, Friday is when I lift, okay. So those are the only days I lift. I lift full body lifts those days. On those days, what I do is I fast until basically lifting time, 3 o'clock. And then I sort of break the fast. What I do is I take a shaker bottle with whey protein in there, and then a mixture of dextrose and maltodextrin, okay? And a little bit of creatine. And I sip on that while I'm doing my 2-hour lifting workout, full body workout. Then afterwards, I will eat, basically, it depends. I don't have like a strict what am I eating, but I'm basically eating around 2,000 to 2,300 calories, okay? That's about what I eat, and it'll be like a little bit of carbs, maybe like a little bit of rice or brown rice, and mostly vegetables, a ton of vegetables. I always joke I'm almost a vegetarian except that I fucking eat meat, but I eat as much vegetables as a vegetarian, and then I eat meat on top of that. So I don't know, maybe I could be like an honorary vegetarian if I didn't eat the meat, but that's what I do. So I'll basically eat like a big bowl of broccoli with some chicken on that, and that's pretty much it. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't ever like have a cupcake or something every once in a while or something like that, but that's my general like carb day eating. Now, on non-carb days, okay, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I run and I do Muay Thai kickboxing, okay? And on those days, I fast completely until 5 o'clock, have one meal, which is usually a big bowl of salad or vegetables, and depending, I'll either do high fat or I'll do like low fat and high protein. And I'm not sure which one is working better. I'm still testing between those two. That's another reason why my program hasn't come out. But basically, if you've read the book How Not to Die, okay, another good. I wish I could point to things and sell books, but I think Manny probably has a review somewhere on How Not to Die, a summary. If not, he'll probably put together a health and fitness one at some point. But anyway, if you've read the book How Not to Die, I basically follow How Not to Die's recommendations for a lot of stuff, except that I eat meat. But when I eat meat, I eat the grass-fed beef, and I eat organic free-range chicken and eggs, because those ones have a better fat profile, right? Rather than the kind of crappy antibiotic shit. So, yeah, Manny doesn't have it yet, he says. But anyway, so that's my basic diet, okay? And then what I'll do is on Friday nights, usually I'll usually go out and eat at a restaurant, right? I'll usually go and eat whatever I want, Not sometimes I go crazy, just this week, like I said, I did a video on this. I ate a bunch of fucking cookies, like 20 cookies. Like 20 shitty cookies that weren't even cooked right, and then that was just stupid, right? But for the most part, I'm pretty strict. At least the basic routine of what I'm doing is fasting until 5 o'clock. And so if you want to understand what I'm doing here, I'll give you a quick, I'm not going to go into all the scientific details, but I'm basically making myself insulin sensitive as much as possible. I'm depleting the muscle glycogen, and then I'm utilizing that window after working out where I'm taking in the carbohydrates to while I'm super insulin sensitive, to get the glycogen into the muscles very quickly. I also take what is called a glucose disposal agent, GDA, which is basically, it's a bunch of things that, like cinnamon, and there's a couple of other kind of herbs that will increase the insulin sensitivity, like alpha lipoic acid, okay, and berberine, okay. Those things will increase insulin sensitivity so that the carbohydrates will go into the muscles faster, so that it's more likely that the insulin unlock basically pushes glucose into muscles versus fat. The more insulin sensitive you are, it means the more that your muscles uptake glucose than fat cells, right? So you want that if you want to gain muscle and not gain fat. So there you go. That's how I do it. Okay. He has cheat days. Wow, no wonder you have gyno, lose weight, tubby. Yes. There we go. Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about, but all right, that's cool. All right, let me see here. Is it okay if I go to the gym every day for about an hour? I don't see why not. That's perfectly fine to me. So, all right, let me see. Okay, here's a good question related. So, Abraham says, "Hey John, you mentioned you still have energy to lift heavy despite fasting 48 hours on occasion. Is the energy really from HGH like you mentioned, or caffeine pills mentioned in your vid about coffee?" So, I mean, do caffeine pills give you energy? I guess so. I don't really notice it, but here, let me give you something to think about for those of you that are like, oh, I couldn't function if I didn't eat. If I didn't have calories, I wouldn't be able to run or lift weights. And if I fasted for 48 hours, and by the way, when I'm talking about lifting heavy, it's actually fasting more than 48 hours. So I'll eat my last meal on Friday. I'll fast all day Saturday. I'll fast all day Sunday. I'll fast all day Monday, and then Monday evening or Monday late afternoon, I'll do my lift and eat. Now, I set PRs during that time. Why? Well, let's think about this from an evolutionary perspective, okay? Okay, so think about humans, right? Before there was like processed cane sugar and the high availability of carbohydrates in boxes, okay? If you wanted to, like prehistorically, or even a little bit further, beginnings of civilization, if you wanted food, guess what you fucking did? You went and you hunted and you killed something and you ate it. So guess how often you ate? It wasn't every day. There weren't refrigerators, right? There wasn't just like, carbohydrates everywhere. And even if you did get fruits, they were like apples like this. Like we have modified even vegetables, right? And we've grown them to be scrumptious. They were not, they were very scant, okay? Back then. Let's just say that. Even wheat, right? Even wheat didn't yield very much at all. So if you wanted food, you had to fucking kill something. So let's think about this. So how often do you think humans, like kind of pre-civilization, or how often do you think they ate? Probably like once every couple of days, honestly. Like if you ate once a day, you're probably doing good, right? So think about this. If you have been fasting because you haven't been able to find something to kill for 48 hours, for 72 hours, do you think biologically, evolutionary, that your muscles should break down and you should be tired and lay down on the ground? No, you would fucking die, okay, right? It doesn't make any sense. Instead, what do you think would make the most sense from an evolutionary perspective? That you would be jacked up, ready to fucking kill something. That you would suddenly have as much energy as you need, that your body would be like, look, dude, you're either going to eat something or you're going to die. So whatever we got to do, adrenaline, yes. We pump up the adrenaline, we pump up the HGH, we pump up the testosterone, go kill something now. You're going to be stronger, you're going to be more powerful, you're going to be faster. Okay? And that's what happens. Now, at least from my experience. Now, maybe some scientists wants to argue with me and disagree with me. I don't care, I'm not a fucking scientist, but I'll just tell you from logic, that's what makes sense to me, and that's what I've seen empirically when I test on myself. By the way, if you do something, don't even believe what I'm saying. Just fucking test it on yourself. Too many people give credibility to people with PhDs and MDs, and theoretically, a bunch of stuff makes sense. But have you tested on yourself? Does it work? I don't know. I test everything on myself. I only believe shit that I test on myself. So that's how I roll. All right. What do we got? Maybe we got some. Let me see. I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not even going to. Gallon, you watch it, man. I'm not even gonna read that question. All right, so let me see. What do we got here? All right, I like this one. Here we go. Ari Chayo says, you always talk about how you try to get as much freedom as possible with your career, but you upload so many videos and live stream, it seems like the opposite. So, am I chained to my desk? Well, you know what? There's a couple of things. I mean, that's an excellent observation. So I'll tell you this. How much time do I spend every day on YouTube, on creating YouTube content? Probably on most days less than an hour a day, right? For me to record 2 videos a day, it takes me 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, okay? And it's what I like to do. I do it because I want to do it, right? I mean, when I recorded that video on net neutrality, do you think I did that because I was trying to jack up my YouTube views and make people like me? No. That was a bad move. If you want to increase your subscriber count, I don't fucking care because I'm going to do what I want to do, right? Why am I doing these live streams? So I can sell you Manny's course? Well, yeah, maybe, but no, because I like to do the live streams because I like y'all. I like y'all to hang out with me with these shirts off. That's right. So no, seriously, why do I do it? So I think, this brings up an interesting point. It's so from a time perspective, now why can I do that? Because, and why do you see some YouTubers that are like, I spend all day making YouTube. I make 1 YouTube video a day and it takes me all day and it takes me 18 hours. Well, that's their art, okay? And they're creating art. But I have a full-time editor. His name is Rodrigo. He's awesome. He's from Brazil and he just edits all my videos, okay? And so, sometimes when you guys see some misspellings and some looks like English as a second language in the descriptions or in the titles, that's why. But I don't correct him because I let him do it because he's got to learn on his own, right? This is his thing, and he does such an excellent job. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of quirky and funny, right? But you see what I'm saying? So anyway, my whole point is that it doesn't take up as much time as you want. But there's a bigger question here, which is what is freedom? So Jocko Willink says that discipline is freedom. What does he mean by that? So what is actually freeing in your life is having discipline. So the fact that I record the videos, that I'm consistent, that I have a routine, that I do this stuff, and a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily, quote, want to do, it is freedom. Why? Because it's what my will is. So when I define freedom, if you watch my videos on freedom, search on my channel, for freedom. But if you watch what I talk about freedom, my definition of freedom is to be able to exercise your own will more perfectly in your life, right? That's my current working definition of freedom. What does that mean? It means if I want to do something, I am able to do it. Now, there's a part of me, right? There's 2 wills, right? You've got one will that is the will that says what you would like to, you're the guy controlling the sim, okay? And then you've got the other will where you're the sim being controlled. Now, the stronger will needs to be the one that's controlling the sim, and you're the sim, you're the avatar of yourself, right? You can think of yourself as an observer, observing the real self, or this avatar, right? That's the real self, that's the person playing Sims, okay? That will, the more that will is expressed, the more free you are, right? Because you are able to control your own avatar, right? Does this make sense to you? So what my goal in life is to be able to control that avatar as perfectly. And that means discipline. That means doing shit that I don't want to do, right? So from that first will of the person controlling the sim, I'm saying, John, I want you to go to the gym. I want you to lift weights so you can look like a fucking beast. All right. I want you to record 2 YouTube videos a day and get that shit done, whether you feel like it or not. John, I want you to read all these books. John, I want you to write all these books. John, I want you to do this stuff because this is what I want your life to become. Okay. And this is what I want you to become. And then there's the other will, the other John that says, no. I want to eat 20 cookies. And sometimes that other John, because he's been lifting and he's been working out and he can beat up the sim playing John, sometimes he wins and he fucking eats 20 cookies and doesn't do what he's supposed to do, right? But freedom, in my mind, is being more of the observer, more of the sim controller than being the sim itself. The sim is not free. Why? Because there's the sim controller, but it's also the sim is subject to his emotions, to how he feels. He doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to. He doesn't have control of his life. Do you see what I'm saying? So he doesn't have freedom. So this is how I look at it. And so, when you find someone that is truly free, in my mind, it's a person that is exercising their will as perfectly as possible, which means that they have to have discipline, right? And they're going to do a lot of shit that at a surface level it looks like they don't want to do, because that's the sim them, that's subject to external forces. But what the mastermind, the higher entity, the higher being, the observer, is the one that's controlling the life more so. And that's what true freedom is if you could perfectly do what you intend to do with your life and with your time, you would be 100% free, right? It's a mindset. It's not an action. Okay. All right. What do you guys think? Does that make sense? I know that I got kind of weird metaphysical there. All right. Let's see. We got some. Have I seen Pumpin' Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger? I love that movie. That's a good movie. Yes, I have. All right. Give me some good questions here. By the way, go guys, look in the description. If you're just joining now, make sure you get the deal on the book summaries on doubling your productivity. Really fucking good deal. I'm not going to spend a lot of time rehashing it, but look in the description, look at the sales page. We already have like several hundred people. I think we sold like over like 200 copies. Like 200 people have bought already. So good on you guys. All right. Have I ever visited /fit? Yeah, of course I did. /fit is, oh man, that's a scary place. I actually, I visited /fit like a couple of days ago. I'll tell you a fucking true story. This is really true. I'm not making this up. So I visited /fit and all these people were talking about eating onions, right? And so I was like, what? Eating onions? Like onion? And they're talking about juicing onions. I don't even fucking get the juicing the onion thing, because I'll just eat an onion. I mean, I'll cut it up and I'll put it in a salad and I'll put some vinegar on it and I'll eat it. But I'll just eat it. It's not a big deal. If you eat one fucking onion, you got to juice it? Like, come on. And then you're like, oh, I almost puked. Anyway, it was crazy shit. And I was like, really? Like eating onions boosts your testosterone? So I'm like, well, I'll try anything, right? Again, I'll try it on myself. So I went and I looked at the research, and there's some scientific research on some rats that is like it boosts testosterone by 300%. And so people have calculated what the dosage would be for humans, and people have argued, well, it's rats, it's not humans, and whatever. But anyway, I'm eating an onion a day. It's easy. I just chop it. I'm like, well, you know why? Because shit that. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it doesn't matter. But you know how easy it is for me to buy an onion, to cut it up and throw it in the salad or in my my bowl of broccoli? It's easy. So I might as well fucking do it and see what happens, right? Why not? Okay, if it's possible and sometimes shit that is just so easy, you might as well do it. So heck, I'll do it, right? So we'll see what happens. If my man boobs start getting bigger, then it's because of the onions. So I don't know about why. Okay, and Matthew says I juice onions for about a year. Why juice the onions? Just fucking chop it up and eat it. I don't get it. Why juice the onion? Too much work. I wouldn't do it. Let's see. Boss says, do you watch porn? No. I haven't watched porn for approximately, I think the last time I saw any kind of pornography was at least 2 years. It might be even 3 years ago. So I don't think it's a good idea. I think porn is a crutch. I don't come at it from a moralistic standpoint. I don't care what you do from a moralistic standpoint. I'm not your I'm not your God. I'm not your father. I'm not whatever. But it's from a like weakness standpoint of using a crutch. That's why I'm against it. You can check out I'm not going to rehash it again. I think I talked about it in the live stream. But search on my channel. Learn how to search on the channel because there's 2,000 videos. I have a video on how to search on the channel. So if you can find that one, then you'll be golden. But there's like a little search thing on the main channel page. You'll find it if you look for the magnifying glass. And search for porn. On my channel, or search for masturbation or pornography, and you will find my stance on it and why I think it's a very, very bad idea, and also how to overcome the addiction, because I would say that 95% of guys, if not more, are addicted to pornography. It's sad. It's really it's one of the reasons why we're losing masculinity is because men don't step up and be fucking men. They have to depend on something. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. I'm not really sorry, but if it hurts your feelings that you're looking at porn, that's fine. That's you're in with the 95%. But that doesn't mean that it's good for you, right? I mean, you have to admit at some level that it's not good for you. So there you go. All right. Search for porn in simple programmer. Yes. All right. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I've got a good question here. Oh, I'm sorry. I hurt your feelings. Not really. All right. Finish my workout too. This is from Howard Combs. And he says, how do I get over the feelings of loyalty to my employer to explore new opportunities? And have you ever had that feeling asking for a friend? And that's like it's not a sad face. It's like a, I don't know what what's it when it's a straight face? It's a straight face. But, okay. So here's the thing. I'll gotta give it to you hard here, Howard. No one in this world is going to look out for you more than you. Okay? Business is business, right? So, I mean, it's great. It's great if you have a great relationship with your employer. As an employer myself, I love the people that work for me. Otherwise, they wouldn't be working for me. I appreciate them as human beings. They're hard workers. Otherwise, they wouldn't be working for me. Okay? So I appreciate them, okay? But you know what? And I'll tell you, this is just me, okay? And, because this is business. This is a business. It comes down to balance. If I judge that they're not necessary anymore, or that simple programmer payroll can't afford to pay them and a cut needs to be made, I'll drop them like that. Now, does that mean? It's business. It's business, right? And that's what I would do as a business owner, because you know what I care about more than my employees? I care about you guys. I know that sounds really weird, but I care about the business. There's a reason why I'm making this business, and it's not to make money. I know some of you, we're not going to rehash that again. Search on my channel for the explanation of that. But I have a purpose. I could retire. I don't have to. I could live on the beach. I'm independently wealthy. Let's put it that way, okay? And without rehashing everything. I'm doing this for a fucking reason. It's an important reason. Nothing is going to stand in the way of the fucking mission. Do you understand? And so a good employer, a good entrepreneur, a good business owner also has a mission. And they will drop you, motherfucker, at the drop of a hat. Not because they're an asshole, not because they don't like you, but because that is business. Your life, you need to start thinking of yourself as a business. You are, like Jay-Z says, I'm a businessman, not a businessman. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a business. I am the business. You are the business. What does that mean? That means your life, you got to start thinking just like that, ruthless, cutthroat, like a business. It doesn't mean you don't have relationships. It doesn't mean you don't like your employer and that you don't feel some sense of loyalty. But at the same time, you got to do what's best for you, because no one else is going to fucking watch out for you. And you're going to learn this lesson the hard way in life. If you think that if you expect loyalty, right? Don't expect loyalty. Don't expect loyalty. Loyalty's great, but don't expect it, okay? And so you got to operate in that environment. And so it's great. I understand. I felt the same way. Man, the last time I left my job, okay, the last time I had a job, I basically, like, my employer, I gave him 2 weeks notice, and he said, could you stay an extra 2 weeks? And I said yes. And I shouldn't have said yes. I would fucking smack the hell out of myself now, okay? But I did because I felt bad because I was like, there's really nothing wrong with this company. I don't need the money anymore because I'm making plenty of money on my own. But I stayed 2 weeks and wasted 2 weeks of my life, honestly, that I could have been doing well, been doing more stuff, right? It doesn't make any sense. It didn't really help them anyway, right? So my whole point is this: it's like you watch out for you, all right? It doesn't mean that you're an asshole. It doesn't. It honestly doesn't. But business is business, and you have to understand that, and you have to understand that nothing gets in the way of the fucking mission. And that in your life, your purpose, your mission, your higher calling, you go after that, and other people who understand that same thing and have that same drive will understand that when you make those choices, right? Again, doesn't mean being a dick, doesn't mean being an asshole, but if you tell your boss, if you have to quit and you're like, look, dude, I love you, I love the environment that you've created here, don't tell your boss I love you, but if you say, look, man, here's the thing, I got to do what's good for me, right? And this is what's good for me, right? Nothing against you, but this is why I'm going on. I have to fly. Then he will understand. And if he doesn't understand, then he's not the kind of person that you want to give loyalty to anyway, right? You got to understand that. He's not going to be happy, maybe. I mean, it's great if you're a good employee, but you got to do your thing, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? So, it's going to be hard. It doesn't mean you don't feel the emotion. It doesn't mean it doesn't hurt you to some degree. Like, you feel bad. You're going to feel bad, but you got to be man enough. You got to be strong enough to be able to, feel the pain, keep walking is a phrase I use all the time. It doesn't stop you, right? A good stoic feels the pain, feels the pleasure, but that doesn't stop the mission. That doesn't divert them. A weak person, they feel the pain. They're like, oh yeah, I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. I'm going to not do this. Right? That's what a nice guy does. That a nice guy says, oh yeah, that kind of hurts. I don't want to like have someone disapprove of me or not like me or hurt someone's feelings. That would be bad. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to live my life in order to please other people and make sure that they're not upset. Oh no, I'm trying to balance all these balls and this person's upset at me and this person's upset. I don't know what to do because what if I do this? This person will be upset. No. You live your life and you don't it doesn't mean that you don't feel emotions or pain or have connections with people, but you don't let those things stop you from doing what you got to do. And sometimes it's going to cost you and sometimes there's going to be pain involved, but you just keep on walking. So, there you go. All right. That's my spiel. Let's see here. What do we got here? I'm not going to answer Bitcoin. There's some rental investment type of questions here. Rafael Noguria, I will say hi to you, man. Hi to you. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Have you ever smoked weed, John? Yes, I have ever smoked weed. Do I smoke weed? No. But have I smoked weed? Sure. Why not? I did. So. But I don't anymore because it's a crutch. All right. So Bob Sertek says, thanks, John. I need to hear that. Awesome. Cool. Let me see. David Mars wants to know, you're still learning Italian. How's it going so far? Sto imparato Italiano? No. I went through the Pimsleur courses. I'd like to pick it up again, but it's just not a high priority for me right now. So I need to do an immersive type of thing. I should go to Italy for like 3 months, somewhere in Italy where they don't speak English, or into an immersive school or something like that. That would be better. So, do I drink? Nope. Occasionally, like very, very seldom at all do I ever drink. Again, crutches. I don't like crutches. I don't like things. For me, drinking, a lot of people use drinking to escape their reality or to have liquid courage so that they can talk to people and get out of their shell. I want to raw dog it. I want to make it hard for me to do it so that I actually do it on my own rather than use alcohol to accomplish what I'm trying to do in life. So. Again, not a moral judgment. It's fine if you drink. I drink on occasion, but I want to make sure that I'm not using a drink to substitute the courage that I should have in my life, right? So crutches and courage are enemies, right? The reason why crutches suck in your life and why I'm against all these things is not because I'm a preacher. I don't care what kind of sins you do. I don't care. I'm not your preacher. It's because crutches prevent you from having courage. Every time they use a crutch, it's an opportunity to show courage, mostly, that you're not utilizing. I'd rather show courage than use crutches. And the more you use crutches, the weaker that courage muscle is going to get. Zach Life says, please help me, John. You're my only mentor and I'm surrounded by idiots. Change your surroundings. Change your surroundings, my friend. All right. Let me see here. Okay, so there's some questions on real estate. Sean Russell is asking me to make some more videos on real estate. Is it still a good time to invest? Matthew Weeks says, "Wow, great answer. Thank you." All right, cool. Give me some question. I want a good question to answer here. Those of you. Okay, let me see here. Oh, there's two good questions here. All right, I'm going to start with this one. Zach Life says, I'm trying to be an iOS entrepreneur. Should I take the route of making apps for the App Store to make money from ads and in-app purchases, or make apps for others? I don't know what to focus on. What do you think? Help. Okay. So there's a couple routes you can go, okay? I mean, there's multiple ways that you can make money here, but I'm going to give you I want to talk about a higher principle level of making money in general, okay? So the practitioner makes the least amount of money, okay? The creator makes more. The people who teach people how to practitioner create makes more. And the people who teach people how to teach people makes the most money. That would be the people who teach people how to make businesses. Okay? So that's a hierarchy of money. All right? And you'll see this, right? And I've seen this in my life, right? As a software developer, how much money did I make? A lot of people said that's good money. Yeah, maybe at one point I was making $200,000 a year as a software developer. That's pretty damn good, okay? But as a creator, right, as creating, how much money can you make? So if you make apps in the App Store, it's going to be a lot of hard work. You're not going to make a lot of money. But if you make enough of them, if you're prolific enough and you sell in-app purchases and ads and you're willing, I mean, if you make 100 apps in the App Store, you're probably going to be making more than $200,000 a year eventually, right? If you make 100 apps in the App Store, it's a lot of work. But what I'm saying is your potential is uncapped. Now, if you really want to make money, okay, you make a course on teaching other people how to make apps in the App Store. Now, in order to do that, you actually have to do it. Okay, so you start off as a practitioner. You make some money actually like building apps for other people. Okay, that's the least paying. Okay, because you're trading your time for dollars. Next, now you're doing that. Now you say, okay, well, I have to make some apps for myself and put them in the App Store. So you make apps for yourself, you put them in the App Store. Right? You've learned to be a developer, right? Now you're making some money, but your money's making money for you, right? Your time is echoing, right? I like to think of it as I do some work, it echoes into the future. Now, not all of them, like as an entrepreneur, you can't guarantee what's going to happen, but it echoes. Like you spend 1 hour, but then you get an echo from that hour, right into the future. Maybe it's only a dime, but it doesn't matter. It's money you're not having to work for, okay? So then what you do is once you're a practitioner and you're actually doing it, now you show other people how to do it, right? Because people want to know how to make money. So you make a course or you teach someone how to make apps or how to make money in the App Store, either how to create apps, how to be a developer, or at a better level, how to make money. That always sells for more. That always, like, if you can make people money, like, there's 3 things you can teach people, okay? How to do least amount of money. How to save money better. How to make money best, okay? So now you're a teacher, and a teacher can sell courses. I'm a teacher, right? I sell courses, right? And then the highest level is you teach people how to teach. So it's meta. You teach people how to teach people how to make money, right? Or something like that. That's where you're looking at masterminds, coaches, big coaching programs, $2,000 programs, right? I'm thinking about doing a program this year where I will teach you how to build a business, right? I can show you now because I've launched a book, all right, independently that has made the number 5 on the Wall Street Journal bestseller list, right? Not to brag, but that's pretty fucking cool. Okay, I have built a YouTube channel that has 130,000 subscribers, right? I have built a business that makes, $60,000 a month worth of revenue, right? So I've done those things, so I can show you how to do that. I've got credibility, right? So this is the difference between being a fraud and a charlatan and all this shit, and actually, but you got to kind of climb up that ladder. But that's where you want to go. So I know I didn't answer your question exactly, but I think I'm giving you a better answer because this is going to serve you better in life, right? And so I don't know. Does this make sense to you guys? Is that cool? All right. Looks like you lost 5,000. No, I didn't lose 5,000 subscribers. Not that I care. Like I make I gain like 6,000-7,000 subscribers a month. So, all right. And if I did lose subscribers, right, I lose the shitty ones. I never lose the good ones. I only lose the shitty subscribers. That's the thing I've noticed. Is I only lose the shitty people. The good people stick around. I wonder why that is. I wonder why you guys are still here. All right. All right. What do we got here? If your answer is it possible? If your question is it possible to make money doing? My answer is yes. But you have to work hard enough. You have to be committed and consistent. You have to adapt, and you have to put in enough time. You can make money doing anything, right? I mean, think about it. I was just thinking about this today, right? I'll pick on my friend Manny here. Manny literally makes money reading books. Like, I mean, let's think about this. Like, look at the fucking age that we live in today. Manny, he reads a book a day, okay? He literally makes money reading books. People pay him to read books and tell him what's in the book. Which, if you haven't taken his deal, by the way, go click in the description below. It's a really fucking good deal that you can get 50 books worth of knowledge for $30. That's pretty crazy, okay? But I got to plug that. I'm a salesman, okay? If you guys haven't noticed, I'm a salesman, so I'm going to sell. So if you don't like my selling, well, then you've probably already unsubscribed. All right, so anyway, if you think about this, like, think about how crazy this is. I mean, literally, like, did you think that Manny was like, when he was a kid, he was like, Mom, I want to grow up and I want to read books for a living, right? No, right? Everyone would be like, you're crazy. You can't fucking read books for a living. How could that be? But he does, and he's making a living reading books. Isn't that awesome? Right? You know what I'm saying? That's so awesome. Okay, look at me. I mean, what do I do for a living? I don't know what I do. I just ran on fucking YouTube. I do live streams. You know, I get to make videos. I get to work out. I get to read books. I get to inspire people, right? And just do what I love for a living. So, can you make a living doing anything? Yes, you can. But guess what? I'll tell you why Manny can make a living reading books. I'll tell you why. And he says he used to be a software engineer, and he was, right? I'll tell you why he can make a living reading books. Because guess what? Manny has work ethic. Because every day he puts his heart and soul into it, because he works at it. Because he does the hard work, right? He reads the book and he does the review on the book, the summary on the book. He takes the notes on the book. He puts together the sales page and the marketing to sell the thing, right? To send the emails. He makes the YouTube videos and he hires someone to do animation for those, and he does the work and he puts that in. So yes, you can make a living doing anything. Look at PewDiePie. He makes a living playing video games, but I also know that he makes a living doing a whole lot of fucking hard work, because you see the fun part of it. And yes, it might be fun to read books for a living, right? It might be fun to do that. That's awesome. But what is the other part of the equation? Like, are you willing to put in the work? So whatever you want to do. I mean, literally people will pay you to eat pizza, right? And you're just like, John, you're just pulling shit out of your ass now. No, I'm not. I did, but I'll back it up, right? If you became if you made a website right now and you said thepizzaconnoisseur.com, go register that domain, right? And what you did is you went and you flew around the country and you went to every single city and major city, and you found the best pizza places, and you took pictures and you videoed you eating the pizza there, and you went behind the scenes into the kitchen and you showed how they made the pizza, okay? And you made reviews on all these pizzas, and you put in the work, right? And you did that, and you sold some advertising from the companies that want to advertise to people that want to order pizza, and you had all these people that subscribe that want to get your pizza reviews because they're pizza foodies, right? And you have, you see what I'm saying? You could make money and make a living literally eating pizza. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when people are like, it's not fair, I don't have an idea, I can't. No, you just don't want to fucking do the work that's required. You can make a living doing anything, right? It's entertainment, okay? So, but you just have to do all the extra shit that's involved that you don't want to do. That's the thing. So there you go. There's my riff on that. let me see. Do I watch MMA? No, I do MMA. I do Muay Thai. The only sport that I watch is yoga. So let me see. What do I think about Upwork? I don't know if I want to comment on Upwork. John, how do you dominate the market? Can you talk more about specialization? So tired of talking about specialization. All right, let's okay, all right. Hey there, Malik. I will talk about specialization. So, in fact, I wonder if I can talk about it and talk about Upwork a little bit. So here we go. Okay, as far as specialization, why it's so important. I was just having this discussion this morning with someone I was coaching. By the way, I do offer some coaching. I don't advertise it very often. I think it's at simpleprogrammer.com/coach or coaching, probably coaching. It's really expensive. But I'll throw it out there for any of you that are interested. I have I think I've got one slot that opened up now, but I only take 4 people max at a time. So anyway, in the coaching session, I was talking about specialization. And here's the thing, because there's the argument. So the person I was talking about, he was talking about how he didn't want to specialize, right? Because he didn't want to specialize so low. And in fact, I'll talk about what we were talking about because I'm not using names here. But we were talking about him making a website specializing in chess endgame. Okay? And I was like, register a domain or make the name of your company something about mastering chess endgame or something like that, right? I don't know a lot about chess, but I know that there's an endgame to chess, different positioning and whatnot, right? So people geek out about this shit, right? So it's yeah, but here's the thing. It's if I specialize in that and I make my whole company and branding around chess endgame, then what happens when I want to expand into the wider world of chess because I'm going to be in a bigger market? And my answer is it's basically this. It's it's really hard to take a business from $0 to $1 million a year in revenue. It's much easier to take it from 1 million to 10 million, right? Okay, all the business books that I've read will attest to this. I think Manny will probably agree with this because he's probably read plenty of the same business books, that it's much harder to go from 0 to 1 million, right? Would you agree, Manny? If you don't, it's cool. I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you don't agree, it's cool. But in my opinion, that's what I have seen. Okay, now, why would you optimize? You're probably not going to make it to 1 million. You're probably going to be dead before then. You're probably not going to survive. Most people won't, right? Not that you can't, okay? But why would you optimize for the 1 million to 10 million? You want to optimize for the part that's hardest, right? If it's in life, it's a little bit different, but in business, you want to so you want to specialize. So you want to do everything that you can that's going to get you from 0 to $1 million because that's the hardest hurdle that you're going to face, right? If you're mountain climbing and you're bringing your gear, 0 to 100K is even harder. Manny says, and that in fact that's that's the hardest grind, 0 to 100K. Okay, so optimize everything that you can to do that. So this is why I'm talking about specialization here, is because in order to do that best, specializing is going to be better, right? Because I use the example all the time of, if your garbage disposal breaks and you're looking for a plumber to fix it, and you're looking at the listings and you see ABC Plumbing and you see Mr. Garbage Disposal Fix-It Man, who are you calling? You're calling Mr. Garbage Disposal Fix-It Man, right? He's optimizing for that very specialized market, and he's going to make money. He's going to succeed. His business going from 0 to 100K just got a lot easier because he's going to stand out there. Whereas ABC Plumbing, they have to do all this advertising. They have to build a brand and reputation. It's much harder to trust them as general plumbers than it is to trust a specialized person, right? If you are the expert at this thing, if you're the number one best in the world, right? See, and that's the thing is, when I tell people to specialize, I always tell people that what you got to do is you got to pick something that you could be number one best in the world at. If you can't be number one best in the world at it, it's too broad. Slice it down. Figure out some way to slice it so that you can be that specialized. Because if you are that, then everyone's going to it's going to be easy to publish a book. It's going to be easy to get invited to a conference to speak on that because you're the foremost expert in the, right? You see what I'm saying? It's going to be easy to get people search terms on your blog, on your YouTube channel, right? I was talking about, why not make a YouTube channel called The Bicep King, right? It's fucking, my whole YouTube channel is nothing about but how to build your biceps. Do you see, people, so think about it that way, right? If you make a fitness channel and you're like, hey, I'm fitness dude 211, right? Who's subscribing to that shit? I don't know who you are, right? But if your channel is like bicep brother 211, I don't know why I'm saying that, but you see what I'm saying? Like, if it's all about building biceps, there's a bunch of people that don't know who the fuck you are, but they're going to subscribe to the channel because they're interested in that specific specialization, and they're going to immediately think you're an expert because you specialized in that thing, right? It's much more harder to sell yourself as a generalist, right, than as a specialist. So optimize to sell yourself as a specialist, niche down first, and then you can broaden out, right? So I mean, if you think that the generalist strategy is the best, then I'll tell you what business you should create. Everyone should create the same business here. Amazon. Amazon is the everything store. You can buy everything on Amazon. Why would you not do that? If you're starting a new business, why not start Amazon? That's the most general, right? We're going to talk extremes here. Because that would be stupid. Because you'd be competing with Amazon. Because no one is going to buy from you when there's Amazon. What did Amazon do when they started out? They started out selling only books. They were the best in the world at selling books. They built a reputation. Everyone knew who they were, that they were the best in the world at selling books. Then what did they do? Then they expanded to CDs, music CDs, and video games. And they became the best at that. And then they expanded into toys, and that kind of sucked for them for a while. But then they expanded, I think, into houseware, and now they sell everything. So it's the same thing with your career, with your life, whatever you're doing, specialize. Be number one best in the world, okay? And be the bicep king for a while, okay? And then you can be the overall fitness guy, whatever it is, right? And then you expand out. So you're going to have a much easier time in life, right? And we can talk about, again, I'll give you one example here. This is an example, by the way, in my book, The Complete Software Developer's Career. I'm going to plug stuff. So if you haven't gotten a copy, definitely get a copy. What are you, fucking cheap? All right. The Kindle version is like $5. So there's no excuse there. But, the print version, I can understand. But no, I really can't understand why you wouldn't spend $30. But if you're going to spend $30, a better value is the thing in the description, Manny's thing. So get that, because that's book reviews on 50. But anyway, in the book, I talk about this idea that, like, if you were accused of murder, all right? Think about this. You're accused of murder, and you're looking for a lawyer. Are you going to go to Joe's all-purpose law firm? We specialize in everything. We can represent tax law, divorce law, estate planning, criminal suits, murder, auto accidents, whatever. I don't know all the areas of law, but they're like, we do it all. Or are you going to go to the guy that says, this is what I do, let me tell you something. And he's just like, come here. I only live for one purpose in my entire life. It's to get people off of murder raps. If you are currently being convicted of murder, this is the only thing I do. Everything I live and breathe and I eat, getting people acquitted from murder raps. Right? Which lawyer are you hiring? Which law firm are you hiring? You're hiring the specialist guy, right? You see what I'm saying? Right? If you know nothing else about them, right? Even in fact, it's going to be really hard for Joe's all-purpose law firm to sell you when you've got a specialist guy that he says he's the best in the world. No one's better than me. This is what I do, is I only get people off of murder raps. Your life is on the line. Which one are you choosing? Okay? So this is why specialization. It is that's you can always broaden later, but you can't specialize later. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. If you're accused of murder, you better call Saul. There we go. All right. We got a question about net neutrality. Am I really going to broach this subject? I guess I will. Will lack of net neutrality make it harder to be an internet entrepreneur? No. Let me tell you why no. Okay? And I'm not going to get into the, I honestly, I'll tell you something. I made a video about net neutrality, and what I should really have made a video was that I don't give a fuck. Because I don't give a fuck, because whatever happens, and this is my answer, okay? The reason why I don't really care about net neutrality is because whatever happens, we're all going to be players in the same playing field. The only thing the only people that are going to have advantage are big corporations. But guess what? They have a big advantage now, right? They already do. They already do. They can spend millions of dollars on advertising. So, so here's the thing. Will it make it harder to be an internet entrepreneur? I think it'll make it easier. Why? Because most people, they don't adapt. Okay? They don't know how to adapt. I know how to adapt. I hope you know how to adapt. So I'll give you a story. This is a true story, all right? You're not going to like me after this story, but it's fine. I used to play MUDs, multi-user dungeons. They're, for you young people, it's kind of like World of Warcraft, except there's no graphics. It's just text-based. So I remember there was this dial-up BBS, this MUD. If you don't understand what a dial-up BBS is, it's all right. Ask your mom. But but anyway, I would log into this MUD when I was a kid, and I would play this MUD. And there was this one room in the MUD where there was a chain. Okay? And if you pulled this chain, guess what would happen? This is the coolest thing, all right? Everyone in the room would take 200 fire damage. It was awesome. And you could pull the chain as much as you want. So, I mean, the first time I went into the room, I was like, pull chain, pfft, I died, all right? Then I ran back there as quickly as possible, looted my corpse, and got my stuff, right? Because in those games, they were harsh. It wasn't like World of Warcraft where it's like no one can take your shit. And these old MUDs, right, it was like if you're dead, people can loot you and take your shit. They can take all the shit that you have that you spent years getting the best sword or whatever, all right? All right, so anyway, you know what I did is I said, a lot of people said, that room is stupid. Why would there be a room with a chain in it that you pull and everyone takes 200 damage? If only I didn't take 200 damage, that would be great, but everyone takes 200 damage. That's not what I thought. You know what I thought? I said, hey, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get all this equipment that raises my hit points as much as possible. I'm going to put all my points in hit points, okay? Then I went to the room, and I invited a bunch of people to have a meeting, a party in the room, right? So all these people come into the room, right? And some people, I think one time someone pulled the chain, and everyone's like, no, don't do that. That's funny. We all took 200 damage, but everyone could take 200 damage because we had like 3,000 hit points. But you know what I did? I wrote a macro that would pull the chain exactly enough times that I would be left with 5 life, okay? And then I hit the macro button, and I pulled the chain, well, it was probably like 50 times. Everyone in the room dropped. There was 30 people in the room. Everyone died except for me, and I looted every single person's corpse. Now, why am I telling you that story? So you'll think I'm a psychopathic asshole? Well, don't fuck with me. I'll tell you that. But no, the reason why I'm telling that story is because that's what's going to happen if shit goes awry with net neutrality. Okay? That's exactly what's going to happen. So are you going to be the one fucking with the hit points holding, pulling the chain? Or are you going to be the one that's like, I'm dead on the floor, loot my corpse? I'm not going to be the one dead on the floor looting my corpse, getting my corpse looted. You understand what I'm saying? If shit goes down, I'm going to figure out a way to adapt and to use it to my advantage. And so what does that mean for you? That means if you're an entrepreneur, like if you're an entrepreneur and you're a young entrepreneur and a new entrepreneur, the best thing that could happen, I'm going to give you a book recommendation. I'll get it Manny's back up here. I love having another book reader. Anti-Fragile. I'm trying to point in the air, but I don't know. Maybe you have this in one of your summaries, Annie. But Anti-Fragile by Nicholas Taleb, right? Nicholas Taleb, Nassim. I need to get his name down because I always miss his name. But anyway, Anti-Fragile is a really good book. So if you're a young entrepreneur, right, who hasn't got a start, right, don't give me this victim mind shit, okay? Don't give me this victim mindset bullshit and be like, oh, the people with money, they took the money, they took the jobs, your generation, us millennials, oh, and cry. Don't give me that bullshit. Instead, say, I hope someone shakes some shit up. I hope someone pulls a fucking chain and makes fire damage hit the room, because that's anti-fragile. Because what will happen, Nassim Taleb, that's it, okay. So what will happen is that when shit gets shaken up, it kills your competition. Other people that can't handle it, they're like, oh, someone move my cheese. Someone move my cheese. I'm fucking ruined. I can't believe I can't. I only know COBOL. What is this JavaScript framework? I've been working for 30 years. I don't understand. You see what I'm saying? Someone move my cheese. Those people, they're dropping. And you've got a new opportunity. I want the reset. I'm like fucking the guy from Fight Club, right? What's his name in Fight Club? Tyler Durden. I'm like Tyler Durden. I'm like, let's fucking blow up shit and reset the fucking world, right? You want that to happen. because that gives you an advantage. Because you're ready. You're at the starting block and you're like, when the shit goes down, I'm fucking run. I'm gonna use that as an advantage to get ahead of everyone else. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're a new entrepreneur right now, you want the people that are stuck, that are afraid of their cheese being moved. That's exactly what you want. You want shit like net neutrality to happen or to disappear. You want chaos to happen because it resets it for you. All these people making money on the internet, they can't do it the same way anymore. A new generation comes along and takes over, right? And that's your opportunity, right? But if you keep on thinking the old way and you're so worried and so the whole old guard mentality, that's bullshit. Like, I just have enough confidence in myself that I know whatever shit happens, like net neutrality, whether it happens or not, it's not going to stop me, right? It doesn't matter, right? Whatever happened, right? Well, think about it, right? The whole advertising industry shifted. They used to advertise on TV, right? Then what happened? What happened was Facebook happened. What happened was, internet advertising happened. And all of a sudden, all these small players, entrepreneurs, were able to start businesses. And they're able to sell things online and pay. I can buy Facebook ads right now, right? Hell, I could fucking buy a Facebook ad to get a date. I could actually parlay money into showing ads to hot women. You see what I'm saying? Like, I could do anything now. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the possibility. That I don't know why I came up with that one. But you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of crazy shit that you could do with Facebook ads that you couldn't do before, right? Again, what I said back about, you can make a business reading books. So, there you go. I hope that answers your question. All right. So, okay, Corey wants to know, when is the audiobook being released? Corey, the audiobook is not being released because Amazon is reviewing it for quality. I made a mistake, and I didn't realize they had a 14-day business day lead period. But I do have something for you, Corey. Go look in the description. My good buddy Manny is here, who has a company called 2000 Books, and he has his 2 times productivity. I basically, long story short, twisted his arm and said, hey, give me a fucking good deal on this because I need something to promote this week, because I was planning on promoting my book. So give me, I like your stuff. So it's 50 of the best productivity books of all time for like $30 now. It's only good for the next 24 hours. So you guys definitely buy that if you haven't already. You will not regret it. I promise. And it's a money back guarantee. So, how's that? Am I doing good? Am I selling good for you guys? All right. I gotta sell. Always be selling, right? Don't be afraid of this shit. By the way, I gotta talk about this because I know there are a lot of you are want to be like young entrepreneurs. Always be selling. Don't be ashamed to sell. I'm giving you good shit, right? If I tell you buy Manny's thing for $30, I'm standing behind that because it's fucking good. I'm not getting a lot of money for it. I'm getting some money for it, but it doesn't matter. Like, because it's good. So if you're afraid to sell yourself, sell other things, everyone, again, it's like the chain thing, right? You don't want to be the fucking person getting the 200 fire damage. You want to be the person delivering it. Sell. You shouldn't be ashamed to sell. You got something good in the world? People are not just going to go and find you and say, do you have something good? You have to sell it. That's how the world works. You got to sell yourself. You got to sell your skills. You got to sell your ability. You have to do it unabashedly, right? Humility is a false virtue, my friends. Humility is a false virtue. So is selling weed okay? In some states it is, I suppose. I don't know. Like, you weigh the risks against that and see. I'm not totally against it, but I think that, is it worth the risk to you? I don't know. To me, it's not. All right. Aurelian wants to know, John, when should one start to sell? Say me, I'm new. I make a few courses. I'm far from speaking like you and new to teaching. So when would it be okay to sell? I suppose it's okay because there will be people that will like it anyway. All right. Move your chest like Terry Crews. Is that good enough? Okay. Selling. When you have 1,000 people on your email list, then you sell. Not before. Why? Because, I'll tell you why. When you have 1,000 people on your email list, you can do 2 things. One, you can sell a $5 little ebook just to test it out, to test the waters, if you're chicken. Or 2, you can sell a $99 product. Sell it ahead of time before you've actually made it. Okay? This way, if only 2 people buy, you can say, haha, just kidding, I'm not making that, right? And you can give them back their money. But when you have 1,000 people on your email list and you sell them a $99, $100 product, okay, and you get a 5% conversion rate on that, do the math on that. What is that? That's $5,000. $5,000 is worth your time. If you have 100 people on your email list and 5 people buy it for $99, $100, that's $500. Is $500 worth your time? I don't think so. Right? It's not worth the time. So that's that critical point. Okay? So that's where I would wait to is build a blog, build a YouTube channel, whatever you're going to do. Your email list is the most important thing, okay? And you can sell on YouTube too, apparently. I learned that today because I finally did a sales pitch on YouTube and we sold like 100 and something of Manny's package. A lot of people bought it on YouTube from one YouTube video I did with not even a lot of views. So apparently you can do that. I'm learning every day, right? I'm always learning, okay? But either way, you need to have enough critical mass to make it worth your time, okay? And like I said, the strategy you want to do is that you need to launch your first product as a pre-sale, right? Like a Kickstarter. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be Kickstarter, but you sell it to your email list, okay? And if only one person buys or 2 people buy, you know it's not a good idea, so you basically you undo it. You say, here's your money back. Sorry, I thought this would be more popular. And you come and you go back to the drawing board and you try again. Okay? But that's it. If you can't build 1,000 people on the email list yet, you have no business selling. Don't monetize your YouTube channel. Don't turn on ads until you have enough momentum where you make enough money that it's worth it. And at that point where you make that money, guess what you do with that money? You take that money and you use it to hire someone to help you to be able to produce content faster so you can grow faster. That's the point of that. Okay. I'm going to be wrapping this up pretty soon here. I'm trying to give you guys a good amount of time, but I'm getting tired. Although this is fun, right? Let's see. So ask your questions, your final questions, and I will do my best to answer them. All right. What do we got here? I was just checking to see. A lot of you are buying from the live stream. That's cool. I appreciate you doing it. Actually, it's good for you. I mean, you'll be thanking me for $30. This will be the best $30 you spend this year, I think. So I pretty much think so. All right. Did I see Eli the Computer Guy's video on me? Yes, I did. I don't care. He's right. He's right. He's right. That I won, that I'm right. I tried to make it. I would love to go into business with him. I had a meeting with him. We talked over Skype. We exchanged videos together, and he told me not to talk about money. He doesn't want to make money. I can't work with that. I can't. If I were Eli, I would be making 10 times what he was making. Now, if he doesn't want to do that, that's cool. I love Eli. He's a great guy, but it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's crazy that it's just crazy to not to do that. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to knock him. He's an awesome guy. I like Eli. I would if Eli called me up tomorrow and was like, "Dude, I changed my mind. Let's do business together." I'd be like, "Yep, let's do it." Right? So, but he's gonna make. Everyone's got to make their own choice. So it's fine if he's okay with that. That's cool. So, all right. Let's see. Adam really wants to know how much do I bench. And the answer is like, I think my max is like 275 or 285. It used to be 405. I tore this pec. Full pec tear. Came back. It reattached lower. It never got repaired. Okay? And so the doctor was like, you're not even going to be able to lift the bar. And I wasn't for like a year. And then, when I put 10-pound plates on there, I was like, damn, yes, all right, I'm finally, and I've gotten it back up to 275. So I'm pretty happy with that. But it keeps me humble to some degree, right? Because I can't ever bench the 405 that I used to. So there you go. But I can look ripped. That's what I'm going to do instead. I won't be a man beast. All right. Okay, one more. GSP Parky, Jerspurky says, your Why Donald Trumps of the World Succeed video was the most eye-opening video that I've seen of yours. Cool, I appreciate that. If you haven't seen that video, go search on the channel. I think you guys will enjoy that. So, All right. Is jump rope good cardio? Yes, I've been jumping rope a lot for Muay Thai, and I keep on smacking my toe with the jump rope, just my second toe on my foot. So it's good cardio, definitely. It's tough. I get a really good workout doing it. I'm surprised, but man, my toes are getting abused. Manny says, John, you need to teach creators how to be entrepreneurs. I agree. I do, and I'm going to do that. I think next year that'll be one of the courses I create, is how to become an entrepreneur. So I'll tell you though, the price is probably going to be somewhere around $2,000 for that course, and it'll be worth it because I'll teach you how to make way more than that. Would you ever consider recording audiobooks? I have 2 of them. One of them is not released yet because of Amazon, but it will be. But Soft Skills is out on Amazon and you can get it. Okay, let's get one last good question. All right. Let's just do this one. Abraham says, John, what made you try out acting classes? This is a good question. I've never been asked this question before, and so I have to dig a little bit deep to get an answer to this. Why did I go to acting class? I think initially my thoughts for joining acting class, I think it had to do with 2 things, honestly. I think one of them was that I had a very soft ego, and I felt like I wanted to prove myself to people and become something. And as a kid, I was made fun of. I was kind of dorky. I was not athletic. I thought I was an ugly duckling, basically, right? I was kind of made fun of and whatnot. And so when I became an adult, I had a lot of insecurities and ego issues around myself, my looks, right? My not being athletic, like all these kind of things. I wanted to prove myself, being very shy and all these things, and not being cool. Okay, and so one way that I could really overcome that was if I'm an actor, if I'm a model or an actor, how cool am I, right? So to some degree, what was driving me to become an actor or to join acting classes was that trying to prove to myself, trying to prove to the world that I'm good enough, right? And that drives a lot of people to do a lot of things in life. If you look at your life and you examine most of the things that you do in life, I think you'll probably find that for most people, at least at some point in your life, that's what drives you, is actually that doubt that you have, that nagging doubt, that insecurity that you have in yourself. And I've talked about this. I just did a video talking about the 3 insecurities of guys, right? What they are, the fears, essentially, deep-seated fears and insecurities. So I'm not going to rehash that. But that was one of the things that drove me to acting, right? But there's another thing. There's another element as well, which is that if you notice, I thrive the best on stage, right? I mean, I love doing these live streams because I'm a performer at heart. That's it's not like it's something that just is within me that I just love to do. I love to be in front of an audience and to be performing, right? I love to go and give talks and to get people fired up and inspire people, right? That's what I love to do. And so acting is that. It's being on stage, it's performing. And it's weird that I ended up, my career as a software developer, I ended up in front of a fucking camera doing this kind of stuff, making YouTube videos and that, because that was somehow something that I've always been drawn to, right? I mean, I'm always going to be a ham, right? I'm always going to, I'm a kind of the spotlight type of person. I do enjoy that. I do, right? I'm not going to be, some people say it's narcissistic. I don't care. It's honest, right? And so the weird thing though, is that for me, right? When I had those insecurities, when I didn't deal with that ego problem, right? That was driving that, right? And so I didn't realize that it was just something that was really inborn within me, just something I have to do until I had overcome those securities. So when I stopped being shy, when I became brave, when I started exercising courage in my life, when I built my self-esteem and became confident, right? And a lot of that came from discipline, from physical discipline, from mental discipline, from digging deep, reading a lot of books. And I know this is a good transition to plug the book thing. Obviously look in the description below. But I'm being honest with you as well, is reading a lot of soul-searching fucking books, right? Things like, Eckhart Tolle's books on New Earth and The Power of Now, reading Tony Robbins' books, Awaken the Giant Within, or reading, what else, Unlimited Power, those kind of books, right? That really hit you. Those type of things built my self-esteem, like my true confidence, where I can honestly be free, where I really actually don't give a fuck. Like, I'm so happy with myself that I don't give a fuck what other people think. I can stand here naked on the fucking YouTube channel and I don't care. You see what I'm saying? Like, because I'm doing it for me. And once that was kind of released, then I could see what my true purpose is and what my true spirit and my true motivation for doing it. So that's what drew me, right, to the acting. I didn't know it at the time because it was so ego based. But once you free yourself from the ego, then you can find what you really want to do. You don't know. You can't make a real choice in life and know what you want to do, and unless you have options, unless you have freedom, and you're not compelled to do something by proving something to the world or to yourself. You have to have true confidence. You have to have true esteem in yourself in order to actually make a real decision and make a real pathway or choice in your life. So, all right. That is, Manny says the mental toughness books. Yep. And Manny has a thing. He doesn't have that on sale right now, but his mental toughness stuff is good too. Maybe we'll like do some kind of special offer or something. All right. So this is it. I will part from you now. I will plug one more time. I'll tell you two things. One, be on the lookout for my audiobook for the Complete Software Developer's Career Guide, which I have here. Like I said, what is the biggest selling point of the audio version of the Complete Software Developer's Career Guide? It is way lighter than this one. You can't use it as a weapon, but it is lighter. So you need to get the lighter version. It's got a lot of bonus content as well. So probably next week. You can probably get it in time for Christmas. Wow, that is heavy. So yeah, and then second, like I said, in the description below, go and get the damn thing. Like, seriously, it will be well worth it. Your $30. I promise you, it'll be well worth it. Oh, did I tell you? I've got a bonus too that I'm including with this, which is my 7 best productivity tips. So I forgot about that. This is a bonus. Hey, you guys that already bought it already, guess what? You're getting an extra course, which is my 7 best productivity tips. I put together a video course on what my 7 best productivity tips are that have made me super productive. So yeah, you're getting that bonus as well. So that alone is worth the $30. But trust me, Manny's shit is really good. I wouldn't tell you this if I didn't believe it. So if it weren't true. So, all right, that is it. Thank you guys. This has been fun. And tell your friends, share the video. You can put your shirts back on. You can put your pants back on. You can rock out with your cock out if you want to right now. But I'm going to say goodbye. See you next time.